Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I hope you're eating a lot and having a wonderful time with family. Now, I know I'm posting this video on Thanksgiving, but I just had this thought in my brain that, I couldn't get out for the past couple days. And I totally forgot I haven't posted in, a couple days, so that really did bother me. But I did want to talk about something that is bugging me a bit. And I'm very educated, quote, in this subject. But I want to talk about Apex Legends for a second. Now, first off, actually, before I start talking about it, I do want to say I'm not getting Apex gameplay, because if you don't know what Apex is, you're living under a rock, and I'm not going in and dying consistently for 5 hours just to record an 8-minute video. So, yeah, just trust my judgment on this. I have played 700 hours of the game, and these are my thoughts on it. And as to why Apex is dying. I think Apex is dying for the solid reason that the only people that play Apex are people that are good at Apex or have a good friend on Apex or a content creator for Apex who's stuck in making content for Apex. Apex Legends is a very difficult game for the main reason that there are so many other games that come out that the only way that you have fun playing the game is if you drop a 20 bomb. It's a battle royale that is basically purely skill based, and there's so many mechanics with the mobility, wall bouncing, and all sorts of shit like that there is literally no reason to play it other than being absolutely godly. Now, I know that sounds stupid, but trust me, the only reason you're clicking on this video is either you are headstrong into Apex and you just love the game hella, or you're really big into Titanfall 2 and 1, excuse me, or you were just absolutely insane, Asu in mental. Now, before you're dude, you have no idea what you're talking about, man, I'll give you an example. I have about almost 1,000 hours in Apex. I think 600 to 1,000 running one of those two. I can't really remember at the top of my head. And as I because you stop playing games for a little bit. Apex is one of those games that you cannot stop playing for even a second. Now, this is my opinion, and I am allowed to voice my own opinion. You do not have to agree, but I will say that is probably one of my biggest pet peeves. It is one of those games that you have to consistently grind, you have to consistently practice, and I just don't think that's fair for a game. I enjoy picking up a game, playing it for a couple hours, and doing decent. I got to the point where I was playing with my highest rank I touched was platinum. My fault. I played for 2 whole seasons. That was kind of my average. I played for a season, played a little bit of the next season, quit. And that's exactly what happened this time. I grinded a season, quit. And then I got to plat, which may not be the best for some people, but I was okay. And it just, sometimes I would only win once a day. And the rest I would just rage because everyone was just so much better than me. And then you also have the controversy with the aim assist on controllers. Personally, I think the best way to play Apex is on a controller. If you can learn how to play claw on Apex with the controller, you're goated. You're going to win every single game, and that's just fucking insane. Good. I applaud you. Good job. You will dominate. Mouse and keyboard don't have a huge disadvantage, but once you get to the higher levels, you're going to start seeing that most people use a controller, because once you get the movement, the aim assist literally just carries. If they remove aim assist from Apex, people will probably just play mouse and keyboard for the mobility. But if you learn how to play claw on a controller, you'll be goated. And I think that's another thing. Most of the controversy behind Apex is literally the controller. Everyone's oh no, mouse and keyboard's better. If you're starting off, mouse and keyboard is better because you have a wider range of movement. But once you learn how to play claw, and once you get into the higher ranks, it's not about movement. It's about if you can hit your shots. It doesn't matter how much someone can move if you could track them beautifully. That's just It's just a plain fact, your game sense and game knowledge. But that's another reason why I think Apex is dying, because you have to play so much or practice so much in order to counter these people that are playing for hours. These people that are playing for days, streamers that are streaming for 56 hours. Jesus Christ, it's Timmy, you're fucking nuts. Those people that are just insane at games, they're sometimes that's the average, man. Like, a lot of the good players I find can drop like 10 kills a game and win constantly, and that's like the majority of streamers. And streamers are starting to take up a lot of TTV names in these games and Apex Legends and all that. It's just it's so crazy. Wraith, Jesus. I know it's like, sorry, I'm stuttering. I know what I'm saying may sound misconstrued, and you're probably like, oh, Disco, what the fuck are you talking about? I just think video games specifically, there shouldn't be all try-hardy, and I think Apex Legends doesn't, like, touches that line horribly. I think if you play Apex Legends, be prepared to be the best player you can possibly be. Be prepared to just try hard all the time, or you're just naturally good, and that's awesome. But I think Apex is dying because the gameplay kind of sucks. But that's not the only reason. All right, one of the other reasons just came to me. All of the characters are the most boring characters ever. I can't touch it. I'm so sorry. I just fucking can't. I went from Overwatch to Apex to Overwatch to Apex. And then after you touch a game with a bunch of different abilities and then you go back to like Apex, there is no rework that's basically been done for a character besides Lifeline. And it's just been removing her shield. In Wraith, whenever she has a longer animation. And there's some here and there, but like that's the majority of the reworks. Doesn't that kind of suck? Doesn't it feel boring to play the same exact characters consistently and constantly with no changes at all? Like, Bloodhound is basically the fucking same. I mean, Mirage has some good reworks too. He's good now, but people say he's shit because the reworks don't matter to other people. Like, it's just, there's nothing new. Like, I tried to find a good character, like, because I was just like, oh, you know, I want a character that does a lot of DPS. I couldn't really find one. Most of them have like an ability that's good, but then their ultimate kind of is just like meh, except for Horizon. But the game is just a big gun game, you know? You have all these characters with great abilities, rework them. Give me something new. Except for every season, which is literally 3 months. I have to wait 3 months in order to get like a new update, basically. The game itself sucks at updating. Like, I don't understand how people can sit through this game and not be like, well, this kind of fucking sucks. I mean, I've been playing for 5 days straight the same shit over and over and over again. Did you know the definition of insanity is doing the exact same thing and expecting different results? Loading into a game of Apex, picking up an R301 and an R99, and then winning the game. That's insane. And some, you know, that's a big thing with a lot of game companies. But that's why, and I will go to Modern Warfare because I am playing it consistently, and I fucking love this new Modern Warfare 2. That's what I think is amazing with DMZ, and that's what I love about all of the things that you get with the new season. The new game. You have a bunch of objectives to complete, skins to unlock, leveling to do. There's a lot of things to do in this game. In-game will be completely different. That's not what I'm talking about right now. You know, and the same thing with Apex. You know, you get a good 100 hours in, you're probably having a wonderful time. You get good at Apex, you love Apex. But then you start to realize that Jesus is just getting boring. And that, I think, is my biggest issue with Apex. I think that's why it's dying. And a good fix that I will say for the last 30 seconds or a minute that I should record, change the characters. Change the characters, have more updates, be more inclusive to the content creators and the people that are playing the game. Apex is a good game, but I think that the way that they're treating it right now is they're just like, fuck it, they don't care about the community. And that's ridiculous. You should care about your community. All game developers should start caring about their communities more, because then more people will play video games. You know, oh, I have this bug in the game. Fix it within the next couple weeks. You see it. There's YouTube. How do you not watch a video over a guy who's playing like 5 hours straight with the Mastiff and he's like killing everybody, and you're like, I'm gonna wait 3 months. That sounds reasonable. What? Dude, help me. I'm trying to help me help you help us, man. Anyway, that's basically it for the video. If you really liked the video, please comment, like, don't subscribe. I have to earn it. You know, if you want some type of content for me to talk about or just a game for me to play, I will be starting some horror series here pretty soon. Once I figure out how to do the webcam stuff. And I'm sorry, I'm new to the editing business. I don't like editing all that much. But if you really did enjoy the video, please check out my Twitch channel. I do go live. I'm not going to go live on Thanksgiving because you guys need to spend time with your families and enjoy time with loved ones and families and friends. So yes, thank you guys so much for watching. Please have a lovely Thanksgiving. Good night.